ready to tune in to the Corey Love Show, where carefree conversations about life, business, what's trending, and more is taking place. And it's hosted by yours truly, your host, Corey Love.
Oh my gosh. Hey guys. Hey.
I'm Stedman.
Y'all heard my husband? He said he's Stedman. I'm Oprah. Hey guys. Hey. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's your girl Corey Love of the Corey Love Show. Tonight we have the pleasure of speaking with Bella of Bella's Credit Corner. And I just wanted to, let me go ahead and type this in to the comment box, and it's not letting me do it. Okay. Weird. But okay. Hey, it's sooner than me too. I like that name. Hey. I like that name. It won't let me type in. Oh, there it is. All right, y'all. So tonight we are going to be speaking with Bella of Bella's Credit Corner. Tonight's show, we don't have a sponsor. So if you guys are business owners and you would like to be a sponsor for any of the shows this month, make sure you drop me a send me a DM or just visit my website at www.ladybugmediamanagement.com and click on show sponsor, Carefree Conversation sponsor, and you can be able to be a sponsor for our show. And I just wanted to give you guys some really quick updates. Hey Jen, thank you for tuning in. I want to give y'all some really quick updates. Next month, we're already booked for next month. However, February, there's 2 more spots because our shows are going to be changing. So instead of going live Tuesday and Thursdays, we'll only be going live on Thursdays. Sorry. Oh, wonk, wonk, wonk. I should have had that little sound button. But yeah, so we'll be going live once a week. I'm going to be saving my other days to network with other business owners, like in person. So I'm going to cut down on my time being on live. However, things like that will be uploaded to my YouTube. So I'll be going into actual businesses. Hey girl. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So those things will be uploaded and all the information will be shared with you as it comes closer to time. The only thing that's changing as well is you will have to fill out a form to be selected by myself and my team to be on the show. So it's not going to be where you just choose a date. You're going to have to be selected to be on the show. So everybody that's present now and able to jump on, just choosing a date and be on, it won't be as easy next year. So if you're interested, make sure you click the link in my bio. It's a Corey Love Show interest form, and I'm sure everybody's business is interesting, but we're just trying to change it up a little bit so we can get the people that you want to see, so you can tell us. All right, and if you know someone, send them the link so that they can fill it out as well, so that they can be a part. All right, I'm glad everyone is familiar with each other in here. I see everybody saying hello. So hello to you too. I am putting in Bella's information. Bella's credit. All right, there it is. So yes, somebody asked, where is it? So the form is in the bio on Corey Love Reporting. For sponsorship, it's also there, but it'll take you to my Ladybug Media Management page, and you just choose that. Sponsorship is $29. You are advertised before the show, during the show, and after the show. And randomly, I'll just share whatever you have, any specials, any deals. You're like connected to me from moving on forward. Yes, these earrings are from my House of Enchantment in Atlanta. Of course, it says Corey Love. My shirt is from God is Dope. Oh, also out of Atlanta. How coincidental is that? Didn't even realize it. So yes, thank you, Auntie Renita. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Bella tonight. We need to learn how to get our gear started right, because you know y'all just finished Black Friday shopping. Thank you, Jen. Hey,
Hey,
Bella, how are you? I feel like a
I am
friend.
good, Corey. How are you?
I am fabulous. Good to have you on. I know you're
Happy
gonna
to be
bring
here.
the knowledge to let them know how to go into the new year so they don't be scrambling and trying to pay off them bills with that income tax shit, right? I ain't going
Absolutely.
no shade because I've been there, done that. So
Been
hey.
there, done that. Absolutely. When we
So
want,
go
when we know
ahead.
better, we do better.
Correct. So go ahead and tell the people who you are.
Sure. Hello, everyone. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Bella Jones, and I am a financial strategy coach. I offer different products and services to help my clients, my students, and my audience just get their overall finances in order. So for those of you who have been following me for a while, you may have noticed my transition. So I originally started out just doing credit repair, but I noticed as I was working with my clients, if you don't have your finances in order, your credit's going to be messed all the way up, if not now, but eventually. So
Yeah.
if I fix your credit, get you to a 750, but then you're still paying bills late, right? You're racking up credit card debt, you'll be all the way back at ground zero. So I decided to branch out to offer things to help my clients and my audience with their overall finances. So we're talking about how to manage a budget, right? How to use your money efficiently, using it wisely, how to break that cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. You know, 78% of us Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. So if you
Mm-hmm.
miss that next paycheck, your life and finances are in shambles.
Going on.
So I want to help you break out of that because that is so stressful, especially now with COVID-19, right? That
Mm-hmm.
just totally changed the game. Then I
Yeah.
also help my clients think about saving money, right? I've done numerous savings challenges because it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you get to keep. And
Mm-hmm.
thinking about saving a little bit at a time versus waiting for that income check return, right, or waiting for that stimulus check, right? You don't have to wait for these windfalls of money to build up that nest egg to protect you from those financial mishaps. And, you know, I also help my clients and my students think about investing. Investing is the only way, you guys, you're going to build wealth. Putting your money under the mattress, putting your money in a savings account that's paying you like 0.001% is not building you wealth. You are literally throwing your money away, and I want better for you, right? So investing is really the, you know, part that really brings it all full circle. And once you get those three things aligned, your credit itself will then, you know, improve as well. So that's what I currently focus on. I don't just do credit repair anymore. I talk about all of your finances because everyone, whether you are a homeowner or not, whether you are 21, 31, 41, these are all topics that are relevant regardless of what stage in life you are in. So that is why, you know, I've shifted my business this year. So that's me in a nutshell. Besides being a business owner, I am also an influencer. I work with brands like Curls. You guys hear about talk about Curls all the time. I do
Mm-hmm.
work with them. Um, so I do that as well because that's just additional revenue for my business as well. And so, yeah, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I live in New York, and that's basically me.
That's me. So make sure if you guys are following it, make sure you follow her now. And I'm gonna be blank for like 3 seconds. Put my phone on do not.
Or mine is.
It just I keep all the notifications keep coming in, and it's kind of yeah. You know how you
I
gonna
did the
lie
same
to
thing.
Bella. So those of you that are just tuning in or you're on already, make sure you click that arrow, share this out. I know she's going to drop some nuggets that we all need to hear. And she's going to drop enough nuggets to get you to come over to her to make sure that you create, you set up a consultation. She ain't going to get out too much for free tonight now, okay? But make sure you get what you can get. Make sure you have her information. Her name is pinned there. And I've done one of her savings challenge. And it really, at first you think about saving and it's like, okay, I can't do this. But the way that she set it up, it made me think, because I really cut out some things that I haven't used for months. And it was like, you think
Right.
about it, $14 a month. If you're not using it for 3, 4, 5 months, that adds up. So, that kind of
Absolutely.
helped me save money and changed my thinking in a lot of ways. So that's just one of the things that I've done with her for sure. And just her tips and her YouTube videos. You forgot to tell them they can find you on YouTube too. Her videos are
Oh,
real.
yes.
One thing I like about Bella, since I've been following her, she tells you her experience. So it's not like, oh yeah, whatever. She tells you what her score was, how she fixed it, and where she's
Yes.
at now. So reality, real life for me is always very important. So I'm gonna
Yes.
go ahead, make sure you guys drop your questions in the question bubble, or if you drop it in the comment box, we might miss it. But make sure you drop
Right.
your questions. We will definitely get to it. So you already answered one of my questions, how you started with this, because you were doing credit and you saw the mix. So if someone comes to you, for example, and they have a business and they're saying they're making 6 figures, but they really have a credit score of 560, how do you start helping them with that?
So first we talk about, what are your goals, right? So are you
Okay.
trying to buy a house? Are you trying to finance a car? Are you like, what are your goals? Because that really ultimately determines, how long we are going to work together, determines what we
Okay.
need to focus on, right? So if
Mhm.
you have 6-figure salary and you are trying to become a homeowner and you have no money in savings, your credit is a 560, right? We got to start focusing on why your score is so low. Is it that you have high credit card debt? Then we got to look at your budget and start figuring out how are we going to pay those debts down. Are you
Okay.
notoriously paying your bills late just because you're unorganized, right? Then we again have to kind of go back to your budget. I've seen it. That's like they don't have the money. They're just all over the
bad.
place,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we have to really get down to the core. And realistically, when I do work and meet with clients, it's more than just your credit and finances. There's always a backstory, right? Nobody wakes up today with a 560 credit score just because, right? We all have a backstory. Is it because you made mistakes in your 20s and now you're like, oh crap, I gotta put my big girl panties on and, get serious about life, right?
Mhm.
Is it maybe you went through a divorce, a breakup, and now you went from a 2-income household down to a 1-income household? So when it comes to working with clients, it's really understanding what got you here, because I've been there. So for anyone who's new to me, I really started my own credit repair journey back in 2014. I was pre-approved for a mortgage and I found a house, put $5,000 in contract, and my scores already weren't that great. I want to say maybe I was 620 to 650. So enough to be approved, but nothing to write home about, right?
Mhm.
But I had really good income. And sure enough, those daggone student loans, I had an error. So my student loans hit 90 days past due for like 15 different accounts because I had grad school and undergrad. And I never consolidated my loans. So my scores dropped to a 498. Y'all, talk about a humbling experience, right? I'm
Mhm.
telling everyone, hey, I'm buying a house, I'm buying a house. Then there's no house.
Yes. Oh my
Right?
God.
So it took me 2.5 years to fix my own credit, and I got my score to the 720s. We purchased our home, and now, I'm here and I understand the struggles. So, I kind of know how it feels. That's the other reason why people like to talk to me and work with me, because I get it. I know how uncomfortable it is to call those daggone bill collectors, right? Or you're ignoring those phone calls, or, whatever it may be, right? I just like to be transparent. If you have
Yeah.
perfect credit, you've always had it, kudos to
Well,
you.
for you.
But for me,
Amen.
because some people have always had good credit. They
Yeah.
learned from early on and they
Smart.
just know,
Yeah.
they've just known. But for me, that was not the
Yeah.
case for me. So
It,
it really all just goes back to what got you here and what are your future goals. And one thing we have to talk about is being realistic. I am not promising getting your scores up 400 points in 30 days. We don't sell that dream over here, right? So really just understanding what your goals are and how dedicated you are to the process. It takes commitment. It takes taking your finances seriously and being very honest and transparent, because when you want to ignore those bad habits and ignore the things that got you there, you're never going to get out of that rut that you're in. So the answer to that question.
Good. But so I have a question. I don't know if you can answer it directly because it may or may not make sense, and I think it may apply differently for others. But like
Mm-hmm.
credit score is like a GPA. It's very easy to drop, but so hard to increase. Because even in my experience, even if you're paying your bills on time for 3-4 months, it's like it goes up 7 points, maybe 4 points, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But why does it drop like 50 though?
Oh, and you know, the whole FICO score game, it really is a game. And realistically, you got to figure out how you can beat the game.
Like
That's
the
really what
algorithm.
it comes, right. That's like the Instagram algorithm, same thing with the credit score. So that's
Yeah.
why, you know, making sure you pay your bills on time is so essential. If you know you're going to be late, please call your creditor. Let them know. Many of them are willing to make a payment arrangement because listen, y'all, with COVID, these companies are also hard up for revenue. So
Yeah.
if you're calling in to make some kind of payment, it's better than no payment for them, right? And by
Okay.
making that phone call, it's also going to help you preserve your credit, right? If they make
Okay.
a payment arrangement, they're more likely not going to report the late payment to the bureau. So that's something you want to emphasize and make clear when you are making the payment arrangement. But by making that uncomfortable phone call, because trust me, I know it's very uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
but it will save you from so much headache in the road. So if you can preserve your credit by those 50 points, by making maybe a 15-minute phone call, it is worth the aggravation.
It is uncomfortable because they have a whole attitude with you. Listen, I've been unemployed for 3 months. I can't make them. They get a whole attitude. Like what? Oh my gosh! I
Yes.
remember having to fix mine in 2009 as well, and it's like they're so angry with you. It's like I don't understand, but those are really good
Well,
tips.
I can tell you why, right? Because think about from their point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I've done customer service.
Mm-hmm.
No one's happy, right, calling a collection agency. So that agent is probably had bad customer after bad customer
Probably
after bad
fussing.
customer all daggone day. And
And
here
then
you come. You know what I mean? So I always,
trying to
you
be
can get
nice.
more with honey than with vinegar. So really try to put yourself in their shoe, right?
Yeah.
They're at their job. You know, so you really kind of want to break down that barrier. Be
Mm-hmm.
friendly, be jovial, try to say, you know, because they're a person just like you're a person. They have a job to
Yeah.
do, yes, but they're a person like you are. So
Yeah.
try to, you know, break through that barrier because customer service, if you have ever done it, it's not an easy job.
Yeah.
It is
I
not.
did it
It
for
is
like a
all
month.
day.
1 month. That ain't for me.
Right.
Mm-mm. But
See?
that is true. I always tell them, I don't. It sounds like you're having a bad day, but let me make you laugh. And then they kind of their whole tone changes because it's like I'm
Yes.
mad, you have an attitude, we're not gonna get anything solved. So I
Right.
totally get it. But yeah, that's why I did it for 1 month. So if you're doing financial and credit, do you ever get frustrated? I mean, I know you just said sometimes we can or we can't, but let's say I'm a person, I come to you and I'm telling you, well, I do this and I do that. And you're like, I don't know how, but it's not showing. So let me help you. But you know, there's that one client or that one customer that's telling you this, and that. How do you handle that?
So one thing, I no longer am taking new clients for credit repair, but when I was doing that, we have a consultation up front because we have to make sure we are a good fit. I definitely was not taking on just any and everybody because of the same reason that you mentioned, right? You will have those very diva-like, high-end, right, snooty clients. Then you might have the clients who pay, but then disappear and don't want to do the work, right? So we have the consultation to make sure that for me, I'm a good fit for you. You're comfortable working with me. You're comfortable talking to me and just making sure we have a good vibe. But more importantly, I have to make sure you're a good client and a good fit for me as well. Like how dedicated are you to the process, right? I can't say, okay, we're doing plan and we're going to do steps A, B, and C, and please do not apply for any credit. And then you open 5 credit cards, right? I've seen
get
it.
a car.
Seen that too. So I have to make sure you are dedicated, you're committed, you're putting in the work because I don't want to waste your time and money, and I definitely don't want to waste my time either because I could have somebody else in your slot because I still work a 9 to 5 as well. So my business, I'm doing it on top of my regular day job as a finance manager. So To that question, I screened everyone before we started to make sure we are a good fit. And so I haven't had any nightmare clients per se, thank goodness. But yeah, there's a screening process.
I'm listening to you and I'm laughing at Honey Scrub. I don't drink. This is cranberry juice. When y'all see me drink, if not wine, it's cranberry juice.
You know there's some rum in there. You know there's some vodka in there, Corey. So I'm playing.
Y'all know I have a heart condition, so I choose not to drink. Not that I can't. I just choose not to drink. I feel like I live a lot longer. But I'm just laughing at her. She's so funny. I don't know who that. I never seen her. So I hope she's
awesome. She's awesome. She's one of my followers. She's definitely amazing.
Make sure you follow me, girl.
Karen. Her name is Karen.
But somebody has a question, and then I have one. Good question. So how soon do you talk to your kids about money and credit? And before you answer that, I do want to say, and I know you said it earlier, some people may have a good credit score, and that's great. But my thing is, a lot of, like, I was only taught save your money, but I wasn't taught how to save my money, where to save my money. You know what I mean? So that was my thing.
Yes.
You know, my dad always said, if you get $10, try to save $7. You don't really need to spend it every week or whatever. But you know, me saving my money in my little case in my college dorm, that was it. It probably could have built up now. I probably would have been paid off my student loans. But how? So that's a very good question, though, Beaver.
So I would say as soon as your kids are in school and they're learning about numbers and counting and things like that, once they're kind of at that age where they can understand the concept of how to count, you can start, talking to them about money, giving them a piggy bank. Like, I think it's No Bacon piggy bank. She has some really cute piggy banks, right? You can kind of do that. That's really when you want to start. If you have kids who are older, then you can start talking about issuing an allowance. I know for my children, they had allowances, and it's like you can spend half and you can save half, right? And you could do things like that. But I think as soon as your kids are aware of how to count, I think that's a great time to talk about money, the idea of money, and just as they get older, elevate the conversation so they can kind of understand. So once they're like 8, 9, and 10, right, they're in that elementary school age, they really have an idea of what money means and how they want things. Then you want to teach them about how to spend your money, how to manage your money. Like your dad was telling you, don't spend it all. Just because you get $10, you don't have to spend $10, right? You want to keep some and spend some. And then you can really shift the conversation to investing once they do get, a little bit older. So I would say it's never too early, because the earlier you can get them started, it then becomes a mindset for them. And essentially becomes a habit for them. Like my parents are not from America. They're from Guyana, a country in South America. So they came to this country learning everything themselves, right? So they were very successful. They bought a home. We have a property upstate in Pennsylvania. So they've done well for themselves. But the idea of investing and 401ks, they learned much later in life, you know, and they didn't really have those conversations with us, even though they were doing it for themselves. So we kind of had to learn on our own. And so if you can teach your kids from a very young age, it's just going to change the game for them.
I make sure my children save, but now I'm trying to teach them about credit. When my daughter went to college, my son too, I said, don't get no credit cards, because that's when it started for me. When I went to college and I started getting those credit cards that they were using up my scholarships, that's when it went left for me. And my dad had been paying off those, but that's very good. Somebody, I think it was Honey Scrub, said her granddaughter started at 9. These are things that some of them are learning now depending on the schools. And I really prefer them to learn that than algebra. Honestly. That's just my opinion. And I'm, a former teacher, but I'm just saying it's the truth. So another thing I wanted to ask, and guys, don't forget, drop your questions. I think someone had one here, but see, it goes away.
Yeah, you kind of got to keep scrolling.
Fandango said, how can I increase my credit score?
So it really depends upon, what you have going on. I know if you are someone who has made mistakes in the past and you're trying to quote unquote start over, a secure credit card is a great way to start rebuilding and reestablishing your credit. I definitely use secure credit cards when I was working on my credit, and I encourage anyone who's trying to rebuild, or if you have no credit, you're trying to establish credit, secure credit cards are a great, great way to get started. It gives you an opportunity to show your credit worthiness, right? So once you open the account, make sure you're paying the bill on time. Do not max it out. Keep it at 10% utilization. So that means if you have a $100 credit limit, don't spend more than $10, right? And just always keep it at that 10%. Now, the trick to that is you can use the card all month and swipe and swipe and swipe, but you want to make sure to pay that balance down before your statement is going to be issued, because the statement balance is what's reported to the bureau. So if you have that card maxed out all month, no one's going to know until the statement cuts. So keep that in mind. So some recommendations are Discover. So Discover has the best secure credit card on the market. I talk about it all the time. I have YouTube videos on my channel. With this secure credit card, you can earn cash back. I am not aware of any other secure credit card on the market that offers that. So it's 2% cash back when you use it at restaurants and gas stations, and you earn 1% cash back on all other purchases. And then they take it one step further. They're offering a sign-on bonus. So their bonus is whatever cash back you earn in the first 12 months of having your account, they're going to match that. So if you earn, let's say, $500 in cash back with your Discover It secure credit card, they will give you an additional $500. So when it comes to earning the cash back, it's not just this money that's just out there you can't use. They make it so easy to get your cash. You can transfer it to your checking or savings account. You can use it. You can link it to your Amazon and then make purchases on Amazon with your cash back balance. You can use it to purchase gift cards at discounted rates. So let's say you want to buy a $25 gift card for like $20, for example. So they give you a lot of options to redeem the cash back. Because some companies play games and make it hard to redeem your points in cash, but Discover makes it very, very easy. So that is the #1 secure credit card on the market. Highly recommend it. I have videos on my channel, as I mentioned, if you want to learn more about it. Next, I would say Bank of America, Citibank, only because that gives you a good foot in the door. It's no annual fee, no points, or it's very no frills, but it gives you a foot in the door. So for me, for example, I started out with a Bank of America secure credit card for $400, right? So you send in your security deposit, they keep it for about a year or so, then they send it back to you. Once they send your security deposit back to you, you can upgrade the card to something else. Now, if your scores are kind of in a good place, like I got a $6,000 credit card, it was a cash back credit card. So starting out with a secure credit card that has no benefits, but it gives you a good start with them, and you can upgrade to bigger and better cards down the road. So I would definitely recommend that to help you increase your scores. Also think about if you do have credit cards already and they're maxed out, please work on paying those balances down, because utilization is like 30% of how your scores are calculated. So just by paying those balances down, that will also give your scores a boost. So those are 2 tips I would say to help you increase your scores.
You would never believe that's my problem, because I have credit card. I have only two, and I have them for emergency, so I don't use them. So I didn't realize, and for those of you that may not know, that messes you up too. So I had to learn, which now I do, like you said, what I do is I use it for like groceries or things that the children need. And then I just pay at the end of the month, because that's what made my score drop. And I was like blown away. Like, I don't use your money. So
it's
I
a
was
game.
really, really blown. It's just like,
it's a game.
But I don't use it because I learned 70-30. You keep, what is it, 70%? Or keep it under 30%?
Yeah, 30% is really where you don't want to get any higher than that, but to really keep your scores at a really good place, 10% is really like the magic number. But yeah, 30% is definitely, respectable for sure.
Okay, and so that's one thing that I learned. So now I'm working on trying to use them every month. But in my mindset, I'm not touching them because I don't want to mess up. But with the Discover card, how I'm trying to fix my stuff like that now, would that be wise for me to get one, or because it's secured? I don't know, should I, or I don't need it, or because it helps your score?
Right. So it depends, right? So if you already have a credit card with Discover, you won't qualify for one. But if you have established accounts with established history, so if you already have like 3 to 5 trade lines on your credit report, that are already reporting and, you know, they have good status. And adding an extra one isn't really going to help you. The
Okay.
secured credit card is really for someone who may have
Yeah.
a thin profile, because having very little
Okay.
credit also causes you to have low credit score. So if you only have
I
one
learned that
account on
too.
your credit report or two, that can keep your scores down. So really you want to have at least 3 to 5 is really like the sweet spot, active accounts, in order to really buff up and increase your credit score. So if you already have established credit, I don't think that would help you.
Word. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but that was a very good question, Fandango, and I hope you grab it. Get that Discover Secured credit card. I think the person said that they're new to credit, so that'll be perfect for them.
Awesome.
So I know that you have a 9 to 5, plus you do what you do. How do you manage and balance?
Yeah, I get asked that a lot, and I guess I don't realize how much I do. I've been doing it for so long, so it all just is like second nature. But I'm very, very disciplined and very, very dedicated, because the mission is bigger than myself, right? I have an audience to show up for, people who are relying on me, clients who are relying on me. So I have to just do my best to keep it all together. So really it's just being very, very organized. A lot of trial and error in the process. I literally have days dedicated to creating content. I have days dedicated to reaching out to clients. I have days dedicated to, you know, writing scripts, doing content. So I really dedicate my time, and I really have to make sure to manage my time efficiently, because you can go down rabbit holes and you have no idea how much time has gone for the day, right? So it's really just being disciplined, being dedicated, and just being very organized. But it's definitely not easy. I definitely work a lot of hours, long, long days, long, long nights, but I enjoy it. So it's like, I'm like, okay, I have one more thing to do. I need to go to sleep. No, I have one more thing, because I just love doing it. So I have to like say, okay, damn it, you got to go to bed. Like your eyes are burning.
Cut it off.
Yeah.
I actually read a book this weekend, like the entire book in one day, and I was so happy because I haven't done that in forever. And so, like you, I'm learning now, and I'm cutting off. I find engaging. I didn't engage today. I'm sorry, but like I try to go in my followers list and you know, comment on enough people per day and stuff like that. But I realized, literally, like you said, time will definitely get away, and it ain't. No, I can't. And the Instagram playing with you, no, I'm not doing it at all, at all. But Sabrina said I'm learning a lot about credit. That's very good. We always have one more thing. Always have one more thing to do, and it's just like no.
Always. But, absolutely.
So another thing, how do you get clients? How do you keep your clients, and how do you manage like marketing? How is your marketing in order to get them and keep them?
So Instagram is like my #1 source to get clients, true enough. So I spend a lot of time on Instagram learning about Instagram, because using Instagram for personal reasons versus business reasons is like night and day. Oh my goodness. I spent the last year really just learning, taking courses, watching videos, you know, just really trying to figure out how to maximize Instagram to build my clientele base. So definitely Instagram.
Before and after picture. That was so cute.
Yeah, because, you know, I think people who are new to me are like, oh my God, Bella, listen, my page was a struggle in the beginning. I like to show, because, you know, if you are new to Instagram, you're now building your following, I want you to know, like, I was there too, right? You know, I started at 0. I didn't take my personal page and make it a business page. I started from 0, just like everybody else. But I really put in the time, the dedication, and the work, and I put in a lot of time, y'all. Like, I really can't even tell you how much I put into Instagram. So now I'm growing at about 500 followers a month for the last 5 months. But that does not come by itself, right? It takes a lot of work. But I would say going live on Instagram has been really great, engaging.
People want
to see your face. They want to know who you are. And sure enough, we all want something to do. This COVID has us in the house, bored, can't travel, can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
So I know for me, I'm like, ain't nobody live right now. Come on. Like, that's literally what I do. And I'm like, ain't nobody going to talk. I want to see somebody. Like, I need things to do. I don't want to watch TV. It's boring, you know? So engaging on Instagram, doing collaborations like this one, just joining other classes where I've just networked and met people. Because for me, 2020 was supposed to be a year to do more networking events. I started going to events last year in New York City and Brooklyn and Manhattan. I was supposed to do more of that this year, and like Atlanta and California. So much for that. So marketing, really just Instagram. I have my YouTube channel. I started a podcast. I forgot about that. I have a podcast too.
You do? I didn't know that one.
I started a podcast back in September.
I like your YouTube, though. I love your YouTube.
Thank you. Thank you.
It just so, you know, I just like it's, you listen, I do marketing, I do branding and all that stuff, and I don't know how you do it and working 9 to 5, baby. You better than me, honey. It's hard. And manage other people's pages and you're good. You're doing a really, really amazing job. That's for sure.
Thank you.
So what has been, and guys, make sure you drop your questions. I always tell y'all, don't be shy. But how do you manage? Be shy. Right? How do you manage? How do you define success?
How do I define success? Well, in my business, for me, it would be helping my clients just get their credit and finances in order. If I can motivate one person to run their credit report tonight, for me, I've done my job. Right? Yeah. If I've gotten one person on the side to go ahead and put $5 in a jar, then for me, I've done my job. So for me, success is watching my clients and my students win. When you guys send me DMs like, oh my God, Bella, I saved $1,000 last month. I'm like, that warms my heart. I'm like, yes. You know what I mean? So for me, that's success for me as far as my business. From a personal standpoint, you know, just enjoying my everyday life, right? You know, I'm at a point now where I love what I do for my business. Trying to get out of this 9 to 5 would be nice, you know.
I know. Trust me.
But other than that, you know, that's for me, just being happy. My family's good. I'm good. So for me, that's success in a nutshell. But my ultimate success would be to do this full time so I can expand my reach and help more people.
I love it. I love when people respond like that and not saying be rich. Like that just, I love it. So that's like a perfect answer for me because that's how I feel. Like I always tell people when I have people on my live and because you're taking an hour of your time to be on my show, it's like, okay, if you get one client, I love when I get DMs. Oh, you know, I got like 10 followers. So I'm like, that's a lot for me. You know, in one night, that's a lot. So I'm happy about that, you know, because those 10 followers can bring more and so forth and so on. But do you have any classes coming up that will be beneficial for them to wean themselves into the new year and start fresh or new? Not even maybe the new year, maybe next week. I don't know. What do you have that you would suggest?
So I do have 2 courses right now. Well, 1 course. So one is a free course. It's called How to Stop Being Broke in 2020. It's really a short training to really get you to change your mindset about your overall finances. We have so many bad habits and we don't have the right, and without the right mindset, you are going to continue to struggle financially. That's just no other way to put it, right? So this course is really just to kind of just kickstart, get your wheels turning and thinking about things differently. But I am launching a financial freedom course on December 16th. So I do have a wait list for that right now. The link to that is in my bio. So in this course, financial freedom course.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this course is going to help you do 2 things. It's going to help you start working on your credit. I'm going to give you all the tips you need to really start getting your credit back on track. I'm going to take you through every single module, what things to look at, what things you should do. I'll have letters in there as well that you can use to dispute things like, you know, late payments, collection accounts, and things like that. And we also are going to have a module in there about budgeting. I know the B word is one that many of us run away from, meaning budget, right? And because budgeting ideally is like not really sexy, right? When you think about budget, like, oh my God, budget, you know? Or you may be trying to budget and you always fall off, right? You start doing it, you don't stick to it, you start it again, you stop doing it. So in this training, it's really going to show you how you can make your budget your BFF. Your budget and you should really be like
Yeah.
this. Once you're budgeting correctly, you'll want to continue to do it because you're going to start seeing the results of
Right.
your bills are on time, you're paying down debt, you're getting ahead of your bills. And with the app that I use personally, it has helped me break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. So I'm going to show you how I've done it, so therefore you can do it too. But now it only is going to work if you put the time in. Like, it's not going to happen overnight, but if you stick to this budgeting method, you will eventually break that cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. And when you do that, your anxiety level really is going to come on down because now you're in a space where if you get paid today, you know that money is not needed until next month because all of your bills this month are already covered. So that's what's going to be in this course. And then to add a bonus, everyone who joins the waitlist and registers, I'm also going to be giving you a bonus training on investing because investing is definitely a hot topic right now. Many of us are not doing it, not because we don't want to, but because we don't know where to start or what to do or what to look for. So stocks, bonds, mutual funds, cryptocurrency. If you have no idea or your head starts spinning, you hear that, this course is going to really bring it down to a place when you're done with this course, you'll feel confident that you can start investing and building wealth because back to what we said before, investing is the only way to build wealth. You can't build wealth by putting your money in your savings account or under your mattress or in your bra. I saw somebody said they were putting your money in their bra.
Sound like your grandma. Wrap it up in a napkin and you know.
So,
yes.
Yep. So that's a bonus training that's going to be in there as well. Plus a special surprise, but you'll have to join the wait list to find out about the last one.
Okay. So financial freedom course, there's a wait list for that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And then how to stop being broke. When does that start?
That's already live. So I've had over 80 students join that course. They've taken it. So the link to that's also my bio. It's a free training. You can just register and just go through it. Won't take you more than a day, really, if you just kind of sit down for like an hour or so. Not a very long training at all. So that one's there. That's already live.
Okay. And then you talked about the Discover Secure credit card. So those are really, really dope tips. Y'all heard that it's a free training. But like I always said, even though trainings are free, they're great. But like if you focus in on getting serious and investing and to know how to invest better, it is also wise to try to take a paid course. I mean, some people learn better one-on-one. I'm sure you'll do those things as well. They DM you, message you, and talk about that. And then the Financial Freedom course is on waitlist. And she has a lot of free videos on YouTube that are detailed. So make sure you check those out as well. I know that you've done webinars and stuff before as well. Do you have any of those?
No, just the Financial Freedom course and my YouTube channel. I have tons and tons of videos on there, but no, outside of that, no.
Yeah. Are you doing a vision? Okay, so somebody just so Isha said, are you doing a vision board webinar?
Oh no, so I think that was Courtney from Meticulous Styles. She's actually the one who's doing a vision board course. So you can follow her. On the FICO 10. So when it comes to the different versions of FICO scores, every version that comes out, everyone has different issues with them. But honestly, you really shouldn't focus too much on the versions because a lot of times the banks, they're always like behind anyway, right? So you really don't want to focus too much on it, but I will say that when it comes to your FICO score, like your true FICO score, you really have different FICO scores. There's a FICO score for automobiles. There's a FICO score for credit cards. There's a FICO score for car loans, right? So you have different versions within that FICO 8 or FICO 10. So, regardless of what version it is, the course concepts are really just still the same. Make sure you pay your bills on time. Keep your utilization low. Don't max out your credit cards. And one thing I want to say is a big pet peeve of mine. Stop applying for credit if you know you have bad credit. Because it's...
Well, people don't know no better.
Because, no, some people do know that they just keep hoping that they keep applying that somebody will give them a yes. So if I do,
Oh,
12 applications, maybe somebody will give me a yes.
but
Trust
that
me, I've
makes it
seen it,
worse,
right?
right?
No,
Mm-mm.
you might apply 12 times and you're going to keep getting denied because what also happens is those inquiries, the creditors are going to see that too. So I've had a post about that before. Now you look desperate for credit, right? It's one thing if you're shopping around to get better rates, but they see that you're like all over the place applying for a Capital One, Victoria's Secret,
Uh-huh.
right? All Credit One and this and that. It's just showing that, you look desperate for credit and that it's a red flag for them. And also, all these inquiries are going to just continue to drop your scores a few more, not a lot, but a few more points. So really just kind of wait until you're in a really kind of okay space. And furthermore, some banks have a section where you can see if you're pre-qualified for an offer or, pre-approved for an offer. So if you kind of do that and nothing shows up, that means just hold off on applying for anything right now. But if they give you an offer, you might be more than likely able to be approved for it. So try to see if the bank does have a pre-qualification or pre-approval section, because that will not impact your credit scores, and it really will give you an idea of where it's a soft inquiry versus a hard inquiry, which leaves the inquiry on your actual credit report. But yes, if you have low credit scores, unless you're applying for a secure credit card, don't keep applying for like store cards after store card after store card. Just don't do it.
When I know my credit is increasing, when I know it's getting better, I get all these letters. You're pre-approved, da da da. And guess where they go? Y'all didn't want me before. I don't want y'all.
But I will have to say that, for me, once I got my credit to the right place, that's when I got into the hobby of traveling on points and rewards and cash back. And it's a whole other world that you can kind of get into. But you really want to just focus on doing the work, because many of us, we're in that microwave generation, right? Where we want things now. Wait. You really got to put in the time, you guys. You got to put in the time, the dedication, and it will pay off.
Yeah.
If you just are patient. No, it's not.
It's hard. Like every time I think, oh yes, it's better. It's like your credit score has increased 7 points, and then it goes, it's dropped 4. I'm like, why? I can't deal with this no more. I just can't. I just wanted to get to where I want it, but you always know it drops. It can go up. It depends.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to be really perfect. But so someone asked the name of I didn't want to say it while you were talking, but her YouTube channel is the same thing, Bella's Credit Corner. So just go into YouTube in the search box, type in Bella's Credit Corner, and she will pop up. I think you have like a lot of videos, like over 50.
I do. I think I have like 80 or not. I think 80 plus videos on there now. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I probably have 11. I'm terrible. You're like so good with that. What do you post? Every 2 weeks? Every week? One a week?
I used to do every week. I think it's been a month since I posted, so I've got some work to do my daggone self. But I do try to post videos once a week. I was doing twice a week at one point, but the consistency really helps you grow. But it kind of goes back to you got to be consistent. So that's one thing I kind of dropped the ball on, because I was focusing on my courses, improving my brand. Like I have a business coach. I have other classes that I'm taking. So when you're doing that, you kind of got to scale back in certain places. And that's one thing I've like with what you were saying, is you have to be able to say no to certain things. Right? You really can't do everything all the time. So for me, my YouTube channel, I had to take a step back temporarily to focus on the other parts of my business, but I'll be back on this soon. I'll have some videos
that you might can do, because you go live pretty often. So one thing I learned is to upload those as well. So those you can upload. And I mean, you just download them and take it over there. Like I'm trying to get better at that, but like you said, it's really hard to try to do it all if you don't have some. I'm trying to get like a teenager in high school that's in those type of classes to kind of work with me. But they already, I don't know how to get that. But thank you, wrestlings and things. I think so. I have 2 questions, and then if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop it in the question box, in the question bubble, or in the comment box. But I always ask at the end my special question, and then tonight we're not gonna do would you rather. We're gonna do first thing that comes to mind. So I give you a word, and you say the first thing that comes to your mind. And I forgot to do it on Tuesday with Tammy. I'm so mad. But she was doing freebies, so like we all got excited. So that's okay.
Yeah.
So do you work with like realtors? Because I know Sellers is on here, and she usually works with creditors and things like that to help people who help with credit repair and money management. She usually works with people. Do you ever work with realtors to help people that are purchasing homes?
No, I do not. All my clients are just like individual personal clients who are trying to buy a home in the future. And now I have officially closed my credit repair program, so I'm not taking on any new clients. The clients that I already have in the door, that's pretty much it. So I have an ebook. If you still need help with your credit, I do have that. I do have one-time consultations where we just sit down, look at your credit. I give you a comprehensive game plan that you can actually use to work on your credit. I give you 2 letters that you can use to dispute collection accounts, late payments, etc. That's like a one-time session. But as far as the ongoing credit repair, I'm no longer taking on any new clients. So that's my long way of saying no.
Okay. We get it. And so my final question, I'm going to switch it up a little bit this week. All right. If you had should I ask this after the first things first? Yeah, I think I'm going to ask this after the first things first. So you ready? First things first.
Yes.
I say a word, you say the first thing that comes to mind, okay? It doesn't matter what it is. Ready? I always crack up in this one. I can't help it because it's so funny. It's off guard, and we're going to go fast. I'm not going to pause, okay?
Oh,
so
man.
Pay attention. So, Experian.
I can hear you. Say that again?
Experian.
Bad credit.
Payday loans.
Bad credit.
Market crash.
No money.
Credit union.
Safe.
4
I don't know what
4 or 5 credit score.
Been there, done that.
School loan.
I want them to go away. I want them to go away. Or Oprah to come pay my loans for me. Either one.
Wells Fargo.
Not trustworthy.
Nordstrom credit card.
I wanted one of those, but I don't want one anymore.
Robinhood.
I love them. I look at them every day.
Credit Karma.
I'm gonna say that's it. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, and passive investing.
The best way to make money.
Okay, so I'm gonna start next to that one. Okay, cool. So that is
fun.
first thing, huh?
That was fun.
Yeah, so it's just usually to see your mind, where your mind is at. It's so funny, like 3 of them was bad credit. It was funny to me.
It's true. Payday loans, oh my God. There's, like someone was mentioning before, predatory lending. Listen, when they lend to people who have bad credit, that is a money maker for these companies, right? So think about it as someone who wants to make money, right? You want to invest in the stock market, you want 10%, 20% returns, but it takes some, active investing to find those things that'll give you those kind of returns. With these corporations, when you have bad credit, you are that 20% return for them every single year, right? If you apply for a car loan and you have bad credit, or you're doing that buy here, pay here stuff, right? You're giving that bank a 25% return on their money, guaranteed, right? So you are... Absolutely. Is it risky? Yeah, there is some risk. They can actually write off some of their losses, so it's not really going to carry to their bottom line. So I had one of my podcast episodes. So lending to people with good credit, that's going to give them recurring revenue, right? Because I know you have good credit. I'm only charging you maybe 2% interest, right? But I know you're going to pay that bill. So you are recurring revenue for my business. But you over here who has bad credit, you are my cash cow. You are making me money left over right? Because 3% earning, right, versus 25%, this is where the money is. Letting people who have bad credit, right? Some risk, yeah, I want to take it, but this is where the real money is being made. And
Mm-hmm.
we do it over and over and over
Yeah.
again. And take it one step further. Think about the commercials that you see on TV on, channels catered to us or shows catered to us. When you're watching
Yeah.
Love and Hip Hop, I watch that too. You see certain commercials that you won't see on a HGTV. So I really want you to think about it. Once tax time comes around, start paying attention to the commercials shown when you watch TV. All of those, you can get your tax return advance. You can get, and they have those fancy jingles, and they have the guy rapping, right? They don't play on HGTV. I promise you that. They're not playing
Never
that
paid
on TLC. They're
attention.
going to play it on Love and Hip Hop commercials, right? They're going to play it on BET commercials because they know they can make 15, 20, 25% on us. And we keep feeding the beast time and time and time again. So that is why I show up here every day, all day to kind of help my audience just really start getting serious about their credit, because I don't want to see you to continually, to one, scarcity, right? And two, overpay when you don't have to.
Mm. I never paid attention to that. Wow, that's something
Yep.
to look at now. To
I'm
really
telling you,
do.
come January, February, March, April, you'll see the commercials and notice HGTV versus BET or VH1.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Come back and DM me when you guys start paying attention. You'll
Seeing it,
see it.
right? I
You'll
agree.
see it.
Oh wow. But so my final question to even the food commercials they play. Yep. Yeah. Now those I've seen, but I never like paid attention to the credit ones. That's so sad. And it's like we don't learn. I should say we don't learn,
Yep.
and that's why we gotta fix our credit. So make sure
Yes.
you invest your money instead of, that's a whole nother life. But really quick, I'm telling you the things that I see and what I feel like we should not be doing, we still do. But hey, I don't know. It's a cultural thing for some cultures. But one thing, do you ever, before I answer the last question, do you ever do sessions for teen entrepreneurs and things like that for nonprofit organizations?
I have not, but if I was asked to speak to a group, I would definitely be open to. But no, I don't currently do anything like that.
Okay. And my final question, if you guys do not have any other questions, if you do, make sure you drop it in, because after I ask this question, we will be closing out the live. So my final question is, if you had a magic stick, which are 3 things you would change in the world?
Let's see. I would get rid of COVID-19.
Amen.
I would definitely do that. I would give everyone 0 student loan debt. Let's see what else. And we would all have 800 credit scores so we can start doing the damn thing. Those are the 3 things I would want.
Come on now, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my God. If only y'all find a magic stick and give it to her. Please. Those 2 things I definitely want gone. That's for sure. I want the 800 credit score, and I want that student loan score. But Bella, she said yeah for student loans. Bella, you dropped so much gems tonight. You dropped that knowledge. And if you guys leave this live and do not say that it's not on mine. If you guys leave this live and nothing comes up that you learned, I'll be amazed. I am sure you learned at least 3 things. Yeah, thanks.
Agreed.
You definitely had to have learned 3 things tonight. And I want, once I save this live and I put it on my feed, I want you guys to drop 1 thing you learned tonight from her and tag her so that people can go to follow her page. And make sure you follow her as well. So this is Bella's Credit Corner. You can find her on all platforms, right? At Bella's Credit Corner.
All platforms. I'm everywhere. Everywhere. But I do have one last thing I wanted to show. So I do have don't forget, you guys, my manifestation journals. Don't forget, I still have these. You get 25%. Sale ends tomorrow. And so just quickly, it has a clear cover, a clear back. It says, "You got this, sis." Disclaimer page, don't copy my stuff. That's all it says. A beautiful welcome message. And then
Just
just
go like this.
100,
Yeah.
100 pages that you can write your goals, your dreams, your budget. So the link to that is also in my bio. So if you want the discount code, it's Bella25. Or you can send me a DM and I can give you the discount code as well. So
Do
thank
you
you,
mind if
Corey.
I share it?
Oh, absolutely. It's good.
Okay.
It's good until tomorrow. So absolutely.
Bella's 25, right?
Yes, Bella25. Bella for president. Okay, Odessa. Yes, all for that.
Go ahead, Pamela, coming for her. We're gonna work on VP and then she's gonna be president.
That part.
But,
I'm on for
right.
it.
But again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking your time, guys. If you, I want her to DM me and say, "Girl, I got 20 followers from your live," because that's always one of my goals. Or she say to me, "Hey, Corey, I just going." Well, she's not taking on any more clients, but maybe she have a consultation that can help you to move forward some way or the other. So again, thank you guys so much. And I'm gonna take you out, Bella. But thank you so much, and we'll be in touch.
Sounds good. Bye, Corey. Bye, everyone.
So guys, thank you so much tonight for joining. I feel like I learned a lot more as well from her tonight. You're always learning from Bella. Bella does go live, I believe at least 3 times a week. I know she have like a Wonder Woman Wednesday. She goes live about different things that involve getting your credit together and so forth, and your money. She's big on budgeting. Like she said, the B word. So not the bad B word, but well, for some people it's bad, but for us it's good. So I just want to let y'all hear my outro, and then as y'all already know, we'll be back.
Join us right here every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern on IG Live. Bye, y'all.
Thank you guys so much for joining. Guidance, blessings, and love. Good night.